Today we're going to talk about imposter syndrome. This is something I've dealt with through most of my business journey, and I know that a lot of other business owners deal with it too. Imposter syndrome is basically where you believe that your success is not deserved and it has not been legitimately achieved. But really, imposter syndrome comes from comparing yourself to others. So you might find yourself in a room of CEOs when you're just a new business owner, and you might feel imposter syndrome, but that is just because you are comparing yourself to everyone else in that room. If that room was full of school kids, you would not feel imposter syndrome. Comparing yourself is such a dangerous thing to do. Everyone is on their own path and their own journey, and comparing yourself to others is one of the worst things you can do for your mental health. When I started my business, I used to compare myself to people all the time, and I still do so, but it's something I'm trying to work on. I would compare myself to other people in my industry that have been here a lot longer than me. I would compare myself to other business owners in different industries, and I would compare myself to other people my own age. But what's really important to know is you hardly see any of what is going on behind the scenes. Most people show up as their best selves on social media, and that is usually what you compare yourself to. They might be on lavish holidays all of the time, or raving about their 5-6 figure months, which is absolutely amazing for them, and they should be so proud of themselves. But you really don't know what is going on behind the scenes. It might be that they're really struggling with their mental health. They also might be comparing themselves to others, or they might not be actually enjoying what they're doing. So the most important thing for you to do is to focus on yourself. When you do feel imposter syndrome creeping in, the first thing to ask yourself is, why am I feeling like this? Is it because of the people that you're in the room with? Is it a reflection on yourself? And so by celebrating small wins, or asking yourself, okay, I deserve to be in this room, and then remind yourself why you're there. What have you achieved? What skills do you have? What perspective are you bringing to that room that is of value? And it's just reassuring yourself that you're meant to be there. I always say to myself, I deserve to be here because I was invited. There is always a reason why you're in that room. Being grateful and recognising what you've accomplished is one of the best ways to get over imposter syndrome. So I have a gratitude journal where every morning and evening I write what I'm grateful for and what I have accomplished. And also just to reflect on your time as a business owner. You really will have improved from 6 months ago. And so what's also really important to note is that you just need to stay in your own lane. You just need to focus on you. You should never compare yourself to anyone else. The only person you should compare yourself to is yourself. So I always reflect and go, okay, am I a better person than I was 6 months ago? And if the answer is yes, then that's all I need, and then I'm happy. If the answer is no, well then I need to go back to the drawing board and decide how I want to improve myself in the next 6 months. But when you're a business owner, you will automatically find yourself in rooms and events that you might feel uncomfortable with, but that's only because you've built your business from the ground up. And so sometimes in our heads, we're still where we were when we started our business. For me, I was a nobody. I had 0 followers on social media, I had no personal brand, and no one knew who I was. Whereas fast forward to now, I'm growing my social media following, I'm able to speak at events and host webinars, I've been invited onto podcasts, I've done radio and TV interviews. And when I started my business, I would have never thought that someone would take an interest in what I have to say. So it is still a really bizarre feeling now, but I look back at all my achievements and I go, okay, I have accomplished something. I went from apprentice to business owner, and that is really valuable in itself. And now I've been able to build a business that I enjoy working in, and I'm giving value and help to so many people online and in person. You just need to find a coping mechanism that works for you. You will transform into a new person, and sometimes that transition can be very uncomfortable. So it's so important to surround yourself with supportive people and other people that are on the same journey and have the same mindset. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So it's so important to spend your time with people that understand and want to lift you up instead of dragging you down. Do not surround yourself with negativity, because then you will start feeling negative thoughts. You need to surround yourself with people that are positive and there to help you. You will always have good days and bad days, but you need to make sure that on a bad day you have someone to call or a support network that you can lean on. And also to take the time to be proud of yourself. In business, you will come across problems every single day, but you will always find a solution to them. Every day is progress, and you need to make sure that you are proud of yourself and that you give yourself time to reflect on how far you've come.